Good morning, welcome to another vlog. Today is December 30th. Time check, it is 1:41 p.m. I've had a very productive morning. Last night, Beebs and I did some cleaning as well. He did the bathroom, obviously cleaned off the counter. He refilled the toilet paper. We put towels up and this is all clean now. And while he was doing that, I did the kitchen. So I cleaned the counters, I did the dishes, loaded the dishwasher. It's not full, so that hasn't been started yet. But the kitchen is clean. And then this morning, I decided to sweep and mop the rest of the apartment. So I did the living room, obviously around the rug. We've already mopped underneath before we stuck the rug down. So I did around there, I did into the kitchen, and obviously down the hallway. I didn't worry about the bathroom because it wasn't too bad. And I also wanted to show you guys, I added this like shoe rack. Noodle's enclosure was actually on top of it at first, and then I decided to move him to the floor with Ghost and Grogu. So I added this here because after taking down the Christmas tree, this space just felt very empty, and also we needed a place to put our surplus of shoes. There's always shoes scattered all around this fucking place, and I was tired of it, so I put that there and put all of our extra shoes on there, and then I just put the wire basket on top with a couple of stuffed animals that I got when I was in the hospital. And then a little hack for y'all. The O-cedars can get moldy if they don't dry out because they are plastic. So what I like to do when I'm done mopping is I use the spinner and dry the mop out the best I can, and then I dump the water either down the toilet or into the bathtub, and I rinse it out with super hot water, and I set them both outside to dry. And for mopping, I use Fabuloso. This is my favorite cleaner. I think I mentioned this in a previous vlog. It is so fucking strong though. This shit will gas you the fuck out. So make sure to only use a little bit and dilute it hella with water. So like I said, only use a splash of this, but it smells so good, and it will smell good for literally like a week. So yeah, I swear by Fabuloso. And for our countertops, we were using this Mr. Clean Spiced Harvest like fall scent, but I actually ended up replacing it with the Fabuloso. Like I said, super diluted. I like that cleaner, but this one will always be my favorite. And we just got a cheap spray bottle. I don't remember where this is from. I believe it was either Walmart or like the dollar store. And then I also made the bed because it makes me feel more productive and makes me want to stay out of bed if it's made. So obviously both of the Minkies, I put the tags up because Minkies are beautiful. So I have Beebs and mine. And then this lamb I've had since I was literally like 3 years old. So I put him at the bottom. Obviously all of our pillows, I like to put the body pillow in front just to make it look nicer. And then I have Pooh, Hello Kitty, and 2 Care Bears. I like to put the open side of the pillowcase in the middle. I think it just looks nicer to see this instead. So I do that. Obviously our bed doesn't match. We want to get a comforter set eventually, but that's just not in the budget right now. So this is what we're rocking with at the moment. And then I believe I mentioned in Vlogmas, we ordered nightstands. They actually shipped yesterday. I believe Beeb said they'll be here anywhere between the 2nd and the 6th of January. So looking forward to that. I think they're gonna look super nice. We went with like a dark brown color, so I will let you guys know when those get here as well. But yeah, that's the freshly made bed. I also started some laundry. We had to wash the bath mat because last night we ended up shaving Ruby because she really needed it. If you don't know, Ruby is our Labradoodle. They tend to get really, really bad mats because they're so curly. So we shaved her, got rid of all of her mats, fixed her Grinch paws. She looks like a whole different dog. So we did that. It took us about 2 hours. And then we took them to the pet wash at a local Tractor Supply. They provide a bunch of different shampoos, so you have options. They have dryers, they provide towels, and then they also give the dogs treats afterwards. And it's only $9.99 a dog. That sounds like a lot, but for all that they provide, it's a pretty good deal. But this is Miss Ruby. She's looking a lot better. She's pretty much bald now, but her hair grows super, super fast. As you can see, she looks a lot better. She can actually see because before her fur was in her eyes like crazy. And then Miss Indy, obviously. She is probably the harder one to wash because she's so fluffy. And she's also hard to dry as well. She was damp for like 2 hours after we finished. Obviously, we tried our best to dry her fully because we didn't want her to freeze in the cold Utah weather. Which, by the way, Utah's weather is so fucking weird. It hasn't snowed more than twice this winter, and we're almost in January. Like, we didn't get any snow on Christmas, and maybe 2 or 3 times that we have gotten snow, it hasn't stuck. Like, there's a little bit of snow on the mountains, but that's about it. Utah's fucking weird. But I guess I will show you guys my outfit and makeup of the day. So for my outfit, I'm wearing this Hello Kitty like ribbed crop top. It can be off the shoulders, but if I'm being honest, I am very insecure about my pacemaker scar. Obviously, I know that I should be grateful it's there, and I am 100%, but I am very insecure about it. I don't like it on show. It just makes me feel awkward. Obviously, it's something that I'm learning to accept and live with. It's just a reminder of the battle that I fought and won. So, slowly learning to accept this little guy. But I'm wearing this. I'm not wearing it off the shoulder because of what I just mentioned. And then I'm just wearing my usual, just some comfy black leggings. I'm not wearing any jewelry. The only jewelry I have is my Medusa and my tongue ring, and then this beautiful, beautiful ring. I don't have a belly ring in because I wasn't the fan of the one I had. I wasn't too fond of it, so I just took it out for now. But I guess I will show you guys what I used for makeup. I kept it pretty simple. I don't really wear makeup a whole lot. If you guys followed like my very first YouTube channel, I was super, super into makeup. I had a whole vanity that my mom like refurbished for me, and I had a huge, huge collection. I had like a ton of makeup, like a surplus of makeup. I loved it. I used to wear all the makeup every day, like smoky eye, wing liner, brows, foundation, concealer, bronzer, blush, highlight, lipstick, like everything. But my life has changed a lot since then, and I've become a mother. I've gone through a toxic relationship. I've got into a healthy relationship. So life is very different, and I don't really prioritize putting on makeup every day anymore. Obviously, I still love it and I still have a passion for it, but I just don't do it as much. And when I do, I still enjoy it, but I try to go for a lighter look. So I literally only use 3 products today. So first I did my brows, and I used the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. It is double-ended, so it comes with the brow pencil and the spoolie on one side. And this is just like literally the perfect shade for my brows. It's not too dark. So I used this guy, and it is a roll up, which I love. So I used that. And then I did a little bit of brow bone and inner corner highlight. And for that, I used the only shade I have left of the Anastasia Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. This one is Glow Getter. It's just like a blinding highlight, so I just used a little bit. So that kind of brightened up my face a little bit. And then for lips, I just went with the lip oil. This is the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil, Glimmer Finish. It does have like micro glitters in it, but you can't feel it when it's on your lips, which I absolutely love. And it just has a like applicator like that. I'm a super fan of e.l.f.'s packaging lately, and this is in super neutral. Love this. Eventually I want to get like a coral lipstick to put underneath, but I haven't done that yet. So yeah, that's it for my makeup and outfit of the day. I also wanted to mention I found an absolute new favorite YouTuber last night. Her name is Jezebel. She slays. She's so fucking funny. Her content is so entertaining. I could watch her all day. So I will link her channel down below, but she's amazing. Go subscribe. I love her. So I just have her playing on the TV. I feel like a lot of YouTubers for me are not only fun to watch and comforting to watch, but they're nice to just have on in the background and listen to as I'm doing things. Helps me a lot to get stuff done. So I recommend her. I also wanted to show you, we keep all the dog stuff in this little basket that Beebs had. The dogs like to get their toys out all the time. They know exactly where they are. I pick up these toys probably 15 times a day. There's been so many times that I've kicked them and hurt my feet. I hate it. So I try to keep them picked up. But in here we have, I've been giving them peanut butter bones. So I just use this Deseret Farms creamy peanut butter. We get these meaty bones from PetSmart and they're hollow. So these are the ones I use for the peanut butter. This donut's from PetSmart. It's absolutely disgusting. This bone Beebs already had for Ruby. There's like an extra water dish, treat bag, few collars, and then their tire. Do you guys hear that? The washer's being so loud. Another thing I wanted to mention, we also went to PetSmart because the dogs needed a new rope. They absolutely destroyed their other one. They ended up finding the weak spot and ripping it apart, so we got them a new one. We went with this Kong thing. It's like really, really thick, like durable rubber, so they can't tear it apart even if they sit there and chew on it. Indy likes to chew on the middle, and they like to play tug-of-war together. So we love this, and if you have dogs that love to chew, I recommend this because they literally will not be able to rip it apart. And this one, I don't mind keeping out because it won't hurt my feet. Look how hairy my pants are, y'all. This happens every day. There's literally nothing I can do to prevent it. Indy's hair just gets absolutely everywhere. We definitely need to invest in a lint roller. Also, we went to Michael's and Beebs got me this sparkly, like Hydro Flask type water bottle. It's mini and I thought it was so cute. So I love that and I just have it on my little shelf. So tomorrow I will be doing like a New Year's Eve vlog. I will be vlogging hopefully the whole day if I can. And then I will do a New Year's Day vlog as well, so be looking out for that. I'm super excited for the new year. I can't believe we're already here. That's crazy. Like, I feel like 1 second it was January and I was in the hospital for a heart attack and I blinked and then it was December and we're almost in 2026. I also refilled my medications. My weekly containers, and then there's 5 medications that I need to refill at the pharmacy. I have 3 heart meds and my mood stabilizer, and then this is my little birth control packet, so I have to refill these. Beebs and I are probably going to go to the pharmacy tonight and get that done, so I have them set out on the counter because I will forget. So I actually ended up putting on my black cardigan because I'm starting to get a bit chilly. My Aunt Casey got this for me for a job interview when I first moved back to Utah at the beginning of this year. But it's just like the perfect length and it has pockets. I love this thing. I wear it all the time. Super long sleeves. So I wear this when I don't want a jacket, but I want to be warm. So speaking of being chilly, I'm actually going to shut this door. I want to shampoo this banana chair so it doesn't look absolutely disgusting, but we are going to shut the door. This is just the divider for the kennel. So I'm going to shut this and lock it. And then I'm just going to open the blinds all the way to let some sunlight in here. I love the blinds open during the day. I love to get some vitamin D in this bitch. So I open them every day. And then typically I don't like them just open like this. So I put them all the way open. These doors, you have to be super careful with the blinds because once they break, there's no way to get the glass paneling out without ruining the door. So there's no way to fix the blinds in the middle if they break. So if you have one of these doors with those blinds, be very careful. And I only found that out recently, so just a fun fact. Also, I don't know if you guys remember this $30 candle we got from Sam's Club, but we've burnt it like crazy and it literally won't stay lit on the outer four, so just the middle is burning. And then once it burns out and won't light anymore, I will probably just cut like the wick stands and the wax out of it and use it for by my bed. I have like a popcorn bucket that we got when we went to see the SpongeBob movie. You guys saw that in a vlog. But I have that bucket next to the bed with everything that I could need at night, like my earbuds, a chapstick. I even have like my car keys, a pencil for when I journal. I have gum, like literally just everything. So I want to replace this with what the candle's in and then just keep the popcorn bucket for a rainy day. Also, the other day when Beebs and I caught up on our laundry, I tried to organize the linen closet. So I have bath towels on this shelf, hand towels and wash rags. We have a ton of wash rags, and then pillowcases and sheets on the top. So as soon as the washer's done, I'm gonna pull everything and put it in the dryer. I want to get the bath mat back in the bathroom before Beebs gets home because he usually showers when he gets home and I don't want the floor all wet. But we will do a daily reptile check-in. Don't mind the mess in this room. I need to fix it. We have like Christmas stuff, all the stuff that was on the shoe rack that was in here. But Noodle, Ghost, and Grogu. I've actually been very worried about Ghost. And I say that because he literally hasn't eaten any of his crickets. He wasn't eating the live ones either, so we got him like freeze-dried crickets. Obviously, I still put the calcium powder on them. He hasn't eaten a single one, and I put them in there over 2 weeks ago. I've been misting every day. I never see him. I'm just really worried. He never comes out. I'm like afraid to check because I don't want to find him dead. That would absolutely break my heart. But for now, I'm taking care of him as normal like I would. Refilling his water, misting, and everything. So maybe I'll have Beebs look for me so I don't break my own heart. The only reptile that's really ever out is Grogu. Noodle is a sand boa, so he likes to be under the sand. Like I said, Ghost just isn't out a lot, either because he's sick or just because he's antisocial. But Grogu loves to come out. He's always out basking on his little log. By the way, he is a giant day gecko. They're not very social, so you're not supposed to handle them. but I do like to come see him because he is a beautiful boy. And I always make sure to lock it because he's a fast fuck and he will escape. So I literally can't remember if I mentioned this, but I hung this beautiful painting of my mom that we were gifted after she passed away. I hung it by the bathroom in this little section between the bathroom and the entryway. So I hung that there. And then I found this little family picture in our box of ornaments that I had from my dad's house. So I hung that above this picture of my mom. My sister actually gave me this picture. And I like it because it has mom and then her birth and death date. And then to fill the empty space where the Christmas tree and the stockings were, I hung this picture of my great-great-grandma. Her name is Treveline. This is my grandpa Jed's mom. So I actually wanted to show you guys the gifts that my sister and Nate got us for Christmas. They are super, super cute and so thoughtful. So I want to show you guys those. So they got us this. When I first opened it, I was like, what the fuck is that? But it is a hand casting kit for Beebs and I to do together. I'm super, super excited for this. I can't wait because I think it will be great to have our hand holding forever. And I want to have Nicole help me paint like Established 2025 on it. So they got us that. And then they also got us this little like game. It's called 1 Year of Love, Each Week a New Shared Experience. There's one for every week of the 52 weeks of the year. So I will show you guys like an example of what the cards say. So up here you can check off like what week you're on. They have different cards, like these are talk cards. They just have different questions on them. One of them is, what are your favorite TV shows or movies of all time? Just like cute questions to ask each other. Obviously they're all different. They have like magic tricks and like activities to do. These ones, TED Talks. This is like thought-provoking. How language shapes the way we think. What I learned from 100 Days of Rejection. Why you should make useless things. They're just like different TED Talks that you can listen to. Like I said, they're all different. This is another TED Talk. This one is a game. So they're just super cute and really creative ways to spend time with each other. Beebs and I love date nights. I think that is vital in any relationship, just spending quality time together. So we are super excited to dig into this in the new year. So I want to say thank you to my sister and Nate. I just thought this was so thoughtful. But for now, it's just in the entertainment center with all of our board games and DVDs. So we can't wait to do that. Hydration break. It sounds like the washer is on the spin cycle. So I'm gonna wait for that to get done and I'm gonna switch it over. Hopefully everything will be dry by the time Beebs gets home, at least the bath mat. And then I'm gonna dump all of the clean laundry, including what comes out of the dryer, onto the bed and start folding and putting away. I also wanted to mention, we tend to use laundry sanitizer, not with every load, but with stuff that's like super, super dirty. Beebs ordered this one off of Amazon. It's the Lysol laundry sanitizer. It's the Lavender Fusion. I wanted lavender because I love the smell of it. So we use this. We use 2 capfuls and it just goes in the center of the washer. So now I'm just waiting for the washer to be done. It literally should be done any minute now. And then I'm gonna get everything in the dryer. But I'm gonna relax. I've done a lot today. Like, I've been very, very productive. I'm very, very proud of myself. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but today marks 14 days of no vaping, so exactly 2 weeks. I'm so proud of myself. Obviously, I still think about it, I still crave it, but that's why I'm chewing gum. I've also been drinking super cold water through a straw. That kind of suffices the craving. And I feel better. I've noticed that my heart is more regular. It's not as fast. Like, I haven't noticed the irregular heartbeats that I used to notice quite a lot. I feel so much better. I have been short of breath, but it's not because of my heart. Beebs and I kind of talked about it, and we came to the conclusion that it's probably just my lungs returning back to normal after vaping for so long. At first, when I first quit, I was itchy, and I learned that that's a side effect of nicotine withdrawal. So yeah, I had a couple panic attacks because I was short of breath, but Beebs checked my heart rate and my blood oxygen both times, and they looked amazing. There was literally nothing wrong. He said that, like, that's the lowest he's ever seen my heart rate, which is actually a good thing, because usually my resting heart rate normally is 85 to 95 BPM, which is higher than the average person because my heart struggles with rhythm and speed and all of that. So I'm excited to tell my cardiologist in March that I'm completely off the vape. I'm feeling so much better, and it's taking all of my willpower to stay strong and not run back to the vape. And you guys know that I've quit weed. I don't drink alcohol anymore, and now I'm just focused on seriously cutting back on the caffeine and also eating healthier. So those are just a few of my goals. But yeah, I've been being very proactive and very persistent about improving my heart health. I feel like since January, when I left the hospital, ever since then, it's been bad news. And I feel like my last appointment on the 1st of this month was the first time I've really actually gotten, like, good news. And I obviously want to keep hearing good news. So I'm trying to be proactive and stay on top of it and not let the nicotine come first, because obviously at this point my heart comes first all the time. So hopefully I'll hear good news, and I will obviously update you guys when I see my cardiologist in March. So pray for me that I hear good news. Time check. It is 2:19 p.m. Beebs usually leaves work around 3:30 and gets home like 4:20, 4:30. So now it's just a waiting game, waiting for the washer to be done, and obviously getting everything in the dryer. I don't know what I'm going to do until then. I'm going to put this back on the shelf in the laundry room until we decide that we want to do it. Hopefully we will do it soon. But that just goes up there. Our laundry room is a fucking disaster. I don't know how it gets that way. Obviously it's from us, but like, I don't know how it gets so bad.
So I got them. Wow, happy to try this, guys. Today's a really great day. Computer, and they can take the computer and put those photos.
I hate ads. So I'm getting hungry. So I'm gonna eat something while I watch YouTube. I don't know what I'm gonna eat yet. I think I'm gonna have leftover chicken pot pie. We get our chicken pot pie from Sam's Club, and it is so good. So, sounds like the washer just finished, so I'm gonna eat my food and then I'm gonna go change that out. I absolutely devoured that. It was so good. I might have more, but I haven't decided yet. to wash it down. I'm gonna have some ginger ale. This is the limited edition cranberry. I'm eating a cracker, but I'm gonna change out the laundry. Ooh, she smells clean. Ta-da! I apologize for this absolutely horrific angle, but I'm gonna throw everything in the dryer very quickly because my back hurts. We don't have a lot of laundry in here. Like I said, I just washed like the bath mat. That's literally the only reason I started it. Alright, that is about it for this vlog. I'm going to relax until Beebs gets home and watch Jezebel, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the New Year's Eve vlog. Like I always say, don't forget to always express what you're thankful for, drink your water, take your meds, and if your posture's bad, fix it. And until tomorrow, I will see you guys soon. Bye. Mwah.